Well, hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are, I don't want to say like in the home stretch of Christmas, but we're in the home stretch of Christmas. I feel like at this point, the rush of December, the busyness, the schedule, the calendar, just all of it, the chaos, the joy, the excitement, it's all caught up to us, and we are just like, our bodies are giving up on us, like our minds aren't really working as one with the rest of us, and we just need a little bit of a reset. It broke? Oh, you got the remote. Yeah, phone?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We're on our first day of Christmas break, officially. Like, yesterday, finished up, had our school program, and now it's Thursday of the week before Christmas. So we are going into Christmas weekend, which we have an event like both days of the weekend, and then Monday is Christmas, right? So, we have some things coming up, but we also just have some things that I want to do, like that are fun and restful. They keep us active here at home, but they don't require a ton of going and doing. And like I said, not that we even should or can right now, because I'll spare you the details, but my body in particular is just like revolting against me right now. So just ate some breakfast. It's 10:15, but I've been avoiding that out of fear of not knowing how it would go. Pause. Okay, that was my granny. So she is at the grocery store right now picking up some things for us to do later on. But yeah, we're just gonna go ahead, and the girls have been wanting to do some music time. I brought home my music stuff from the preschool. I teach half day at their preschool if you are new here. Hey, I'm Megan. I have two little girls. One is 1, one is 3. Rosie, Annie. Yeah.
I want my toy.
You want your toy?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go do music. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
So we're gonna do music now. And yeah, super glad you're here. I guess I'll tell you more about all this later, because there's just so much going on right now.
Come on in, come on up, come on over for the merriest time of year. Come on up, come on in, get together for a good time. Smile, my dear. Come on in, come on up, come on over. We'll be dancing round the tree. So let us have a swinging Christmas, just like 1, 2, 3. We know the time is short, we blink and then it's gone. So we better make the most of what we've got. So take your neighbor by the hand and join the dance parade before the clock strikes and it's all too late.
It's snowing! Whoa!
Is that mine?
Do you know what you're supposed to do with snow?
Yeah.
Play in it! Woo! Isn't that fun? Does it feel funny? It's okay, we'll wipe our hands when we're done. Look, wipe it all over the table. Make it like the North Pole. There. Rub it around. Rub it around. Yeah. There you go. Good. It's like we're cleaning the table with snow. You do it?
My head.
I know, it's okay, girls. It's okay. Annie, rub it on the table. You need a wipe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, my kitty.
Here, look. How about you use these?
No.
Like a big paintbrush and like a big snow scraper. And there you go. Now your hands don't have to get dirty. Does it taste good?
No.
Can you taste it? Mmm. Can
No.
you taste yours?
No.
Try it. You don't want to eat it? You want to taste?
No, I want to eat it, guys.
Is that good? No? Alright.
Come on in, get together. Come on in, nothing better. So let us have a swinging Christmas, just like 1, 2, 3. So let us have a swinging Christmas, just like 1, 2, 3.
For this Christmas break, I'm trying really hard to keep some form of like a loose schedule, similar to what our schedule normally is. I don't want it to feel super rigid or stressed. Like I want there to be freedom for us to go and do fun things spontaneously, or take a nap or watch a movie or whatever it may be that we find relaxing in that moment, but also not abandon all form of like guided activities with the girls or interaction together, because we all do thrive off of some form of a schedule. So I was reading my Advent devotional and I came across this quote, which I just absolutely loved. And I'm trying to hold this really dear to my heart throughout this break so that I can kind of live by it, if you will, in how I structure our time over the next few weeks. So it says, Christmas can only be found. Christmas cannot be bought. Christmas cannot be created. Christmas cannot be made by hand, lit up, set out, dreamed up. Christmas can only be found in the cradling trough, in the mire, and in the stench, and in the unexpected, and only in the dawning of Christ. That is the message of Christmas. The message of Christmas is not that we can make peace, or that we can make love, make light, make gifts, or make this world save itself. The message of Christmas is that this world's a mess, and we can never save ourselves from ourselves, and we need a Messiah. For unto us a child is born. So my hope is that one day when my children are grown, they will look back and not think necessarily of all the things Mom did to create that Christmas magic, but they will remember that I did everything that I possibly could to intentionally create a slow lifestyle during Christmas the best I could, and peace, which allowed them to understand the true meaning of this season. Okay, so gingerbread is baking. I feel like earlier I came across as pretty dramatic when I said my body's revolting against me. Just wanted to clarify a little bit. It's nothing dire or anything. I think I just ate something that I didn't agree with or have some kind of stomach virus, if you get where I'm going. So it's just that kind of thing. But all in all, we're good. All is fine so far. The girls are good. Nicholas is good. I'm the only one that's got it, and that's okay. I'd love for it to stay that way. So maybe it was just something that I ate. That's what I'm hoping. But I also wanted to clarify, goodness, it was so chaotic this morning. But like when I talk about the home stretch of Christmas, for me, I feel like there's this, I don't really know how to explain it, but there's just like a lot of peaceful excitement at the beginning of December, coming out of Thanksgiving into Christmas. And then it's like December 5th, somewhere around there. The calendar just takes off, and the meals that you're taking food for, the lunches, the parties at school, the church events in the evenings, just all of those things, church programs. I mean, there's so many great things during Christmas season, but they all happen like from the first weekend of December through Christmas weekend. And So, whenever our bodies are going non-stop for those 3-4 weeks, whatever it ends up looking like, that's going to take a toll on us. Like, that's not sustainable. And so I feel like I'm just taking today and tomorrow to hopefully refresh and go into these last few Christmas events very strong, with a very clear heart and clear mind, and just in a way that can really savor. I know, I have stuff all over me. But in a way that can really savor what the holiday is supposed to be about, family and love and, Jesus, obviously. But in saying that, I learned last year or the year before, contrary to what I had always believed growing up, is that the 12 days of Christmas actually start on, like, the day after Christmas. It may be Christmas, I can't really remember. But usually it goes through, like, January 6th. And so I think that is such an awesome thing. And later on in this video, I'm also going to be hopefully prepping for those 12 days of Christmas with my girls. Like, we have this whole Advent series leading up to Christmas, but then the 12 days actually start after that. And I feel like that's when growing up, I always took my tree down. Not even growing up until the last couple of years. That's when I took my tree down. That's when I started packing up Christmas, like moving on into the new year. And I just think it's such a great opportunity to really savor the meaning of Christmas and the excitement of Christ coming to us in human form, taking on flesh, so that we can have a way to spend eternity with Him. And if you want to know more about my faith or the gospel or Jesus Christ in general, I would love to talk to you about that. But I think that's just such a sweet way to go about it, to do the 12 days after Christmas, because then you don't have all the hustle and bustle like most businesses have, even if they're not closed all week long, or like my husband was a police officer for almost 7 years, so I know that there are exceptions, but most places have a chunk of time off between Christmas and the New Year. So it's such a great time of hopefully like more low-key living, that we can do more of those intentional activities with our kids. We have more downtime. We're not having to rush from place to place. So I'm very excited about that. But yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to clarify on a couple of those things, because even the hustle and bustle of Christmas it can be magical. It can be joyful. It can be wonderful. It can also be really hard, and it can be really stressful and exhausting. And it can be very easy to forget to take care of ourselves, to take care of our families and our health. I mean, okay, for example, we're just chatting here, okay? So the preschool that I teach at, that I work at, is a church. It's a church. The church has a preschool in like the basement of it, type, kind of, whatever, you get it. And the music minister for that church asked if my girls could come to their candlelight service on Christmas Eve and do like one of the songs. They use handbells, and they were like, we're trying to see how many kids we could get like to come and do this song at the candlelight service with all the kids. I think it'd be really sweet. And I was like, oh my gosh, I think that would be really sweet too. But isn't it your candlelight service at 9:00 at night? And they were like, well, yeah, but it's only one night of the year. And I said, you're right. Christmas Eve is only one night of the year. However, everybody says that about everything the month of December. Like, we have family reunions in December beyond our like just first cousins and their kids and grandparents and aunts and uncles. Like, the whole extended family reunion for my dad's side is in December. The whole extended family reunion for my mom's side is in December. Like, all these things. And I have heard so many times this year people saying, it's just one day out of the year. Don't miss it. It's just one day out of the year. You can make time for that. But listen, it's one day out of the year, and everybody picks their one day out of the year for the exact same month. Come on now. I'm kind of going off on a tangent here, but all I want to say is put your stuff in June, and then tell me it's one day out of a year, and maybe we can make it. Because I'm not personally about to drag my children all over creation, keep them up far past their bedtime every night of the month of December, and just like completely tear ourselves apart at the cost of, whatever is to come, whatever sickness, whatever exhaustion, whatever like complete deprivation or like wrecking of our structure and routine and rhythm that we have in our home. for the sake of all these other things. So being selective and picking and choosing, knowing when to say yes and no, that's something that I think everybody will always have a hard time with. I've always struggled with that. If you don't struggle with that, you amaze me, you inspire me. I know like a very small number of people that can actually do that and be confident in their yeses and nos, and I just really admire that about them. But anyways, I need to go check on this gingerbread. I am no architect, I am no builder, and I did not use a plan for this, so I have mad respect for people in those industries now. I have no idea if this is going to work out, if my roof pieces are going to match up at all, but as with all of my house projects that I ever do, just add caulk. In this case, we're just going to add icing. Just add icing and cover it up with whatever other candy we find. So it should be fine. It should be a good time. The first four numbers.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 18, 19, 20.
Wow. What's the very first number?
Sorry.
What's this?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Hello.
Hey Megan, it's Richard.
Hey Richard, how are you? Okay, thanks Mr. Richard. Have a good one. Alright, bye. Welcome home. Daddy's here.
And Sissy's gone to Granny's.
Yeah. We're trying to figure out this roof.
It's falling.
Yeah. Oh no. Mommy's breaking the whole house.
Your spackle's not holding up.
Thank you.
You gotta put it thicker.
Not.
Gotta put it up.
I need the true carpenter here.
Well, that's more like that.
I need the mason here.
I put a lot. Oh, sorry. Yeah. What are those?
Those? Those were in the basket for the last 2 days behind the couch. Randy brought them. I forgot to tell you about it.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
You're warm.
Cold.
Your hands are cold.
Probably just me being cold.
Okay, so when I tell you the end result of this gingerbread house is laughable, I'm not kidding. Let me just show you this. There she is. We got the cinnamon toast crunch for the roof, sprinkles on the front, a little graham cracker window, and oh, okay, let me just explain some things. Rosie decided we needed the cutie landscaping, which I love. So creative. The side here broke, it's falling apart. Huge gaps where we had to like makeshift the roof because the actual roof broke.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this was supposed to be like a little side part. I don't know. I had something in mind, but Rosie decided it was an outdoor bathroom for the gingerbread man, and we could not put a roof on it because then he wouldn't have light. So, logic. I couldn't disagree with her logic. It's pretty?
Yeah.
It's so pretty. Are you going to put it on?
Yeah.
Alright, let me help you.
Will you get your blankie right there?
So pretty. So anyways, after the amount of dishes that this is required, the amount of money that was spent in ingredients, which I thought would come out cheaper than buying one of the gingerbread house kits, it did not. And also,
You got teenagers.
yeah. And also, I had a specific kind of cottage style house that I wanted to create based on one that Rosie had seen in a book that we read at night, and it didn't work out either. So for all of my great intentions, we were rewarded with some laughs. We decided that it kind of looks more like an RV than any kind of a house. No, we're gonna wrap a present. It's for our Christmas party in just a couple days. Question is, do we have enough wrapping paper? Yeah, I think we'll be okay. Yeah. We'll be fine. Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna stop it right there. Are you helping Annie? Watch out. Yeah, please don't carry that around. She need a new diaper? Yeah. Okay, change her diaper. Show me how you do it. Do you need a new diaper, Annie?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, so we are the day before Christmas Adam, as some people that are nerdy Christians like us like to call it. So, you know, you have Christmas Eve, but then the day before that it's Christmas Adam, because it was Adam before Eve. Okay, so maybe you've heard that before, hopefully. We're not the only losers around here. But it's the day before that. Today is December the 22nd, which I also forgot. Yesterday was the first day of winter. Like, truly, it was the winter solstice. Shortest day of the year, and it's kind of a shame to think, like, that happens right before Christmas. It feels like, it's kind of ironic to me that the first day of winter is also the last of the shortest days of the year. Anyways, neither here nor there. We've had a really good morning so far. I've been wrapping some presents, as you've seen. I think we have every present wrapped and done now. Nicholas made us a wonderful pancake breakfast before he went to work, so I'm going to clean that up in a little bit. And Rosie, like at 7 o'clock this morning, was picking up all the toys throughout the house, like just organizing everything in her room, and then she went to Annie's room, and I don't know what we've done to get so lucky, but she's in her room playing now, and Annie's sitting here eating strawberries. So I am looking through a blog that I like to follow on Instagram. The account is called Little Way Chapel, and the blog is the same thing. It's littlewaychapel.com. So it's actually a Catholic, I guess, blog or author or whatever, but and we're not Catholic, we're Baptist. But the point is Jesus, right? So we align on some things. This is actually the blog, the Instagram account that first introduced me a couple of years ago to the idea that 12 Days of Christmas starts after Christmas. I just read it and now I'm still confused. It starts on Christmas and then it goes for the 12 days after. So it goes to January 6th, and that is called Epiphany. So anyways, I'm still learning a whole lot about all of this, but I think it's, like I said before, just a really sweet way to be intentional with the time after Christmas, because we do still have that downtime, and it's not necessarily, it doesn't have to be reserved for taking down Christmas and like packing it all up. It can actually be extended through that. And so there's some things in her blog that she just talks about, like some practical ways to keep the party going through the 12 days of Christmas is what she says, and this is all linked down below. But some of my favorites in here that I think we'll probably try to implement as a family with 2 very small toddlers, and I'm gonna probably make some things on Canva to kind of create like a have you no shame? Oh my gosh. Either the second born or the red hair. I don't know which it is, but maybe it's a perfect storm. You gonna clean it all up now? Yeah. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Anyways, I just want to read you some of my favorites, and then I'm going to create some on Canva. The plan is today to create some on Canva and then also have those linked for you down below, just in case you want to print those out and do something similar. You don't have to go hunt or come up with anything yourself. So some of my favorites here are, one, to keep up the Christmas decorations. We will do that regardless. Leave them up, but also add to them. So each day add one ornament to the tree. She recommends drying oranges, like baking oranges, to represent Jesus, the sun, like sun, you know, and we'll add one to the tree each day. Bake Christmas cookies. You can use star cookie cutters, and they're perfect to represent the star that the Magi or wise men followed during Christmastide. The traveling wise men is a really cool concept. It's like the kind of similar to an elf on the shelf, but you basically have a nativity scene, and you each night after the kids go to bed, you move the wise men to a different location in the house, like they're on their journey to Bethlehem to see the baby Jesus Christ. And then each morning the kids get to like find where the wise men are in their journey that day. But I would like to do that. I don't know that my girls are old enough to understand, like, no, we're not going to take these and run away and hide them somewhere so that mom and dad can't do it the next night. Like, the Magi aren't actually going to move by themselves. They need a little help from mom and dad. So I don't know if we'll tackle that one this year or not, but I love the idea. You wanna? One of the things is to watch Christmas movies in your Christmas pajamas, guilt-free, because it's still Christmas and you're allowed to. Love that. And then the last one that I think would be neat to try to incorporate, you guys, whatever, is to have a 12th night celebration. So on January 5th, you take down the Christmas decor and you have a big bonfire. Not that we use a real tree. I think the idea is that you burn the real tree. And then it says to serve king's cake to celebrate the arrival of the 3 kings. And maybe, I don't know what king's cake is, so I just need to look up a recipe and see about that. But never really are we opposed to cake. So we may look into that, but I think this is a really good starting point. Gonna jump on that. It may take me a good portion of the day to get those made with the way things are going, but that's okay. It is totally fine. That's like a nice add-on. It's not priority, right? So I think then we will just be ready to like roll right into Christmas weekend. I'm so excited. I'm slowly starting to feel better and better. Just a little update on that. I did ask my co-teacher at school, my helper, I asked her if she'd been feeling off, because our director, I asked her the day before and she said no. But yesterday it occurred to me, we've had a lot of kids at school this week just because of like Christmas programs and Christmas parties and different things. Usually we have the baby class, so they're only there 2 days a week, but this week it was a short week and there was a lot jammed in at the beginning. So most of them were there those first 3 days. And in saying all that, we changed a ton of dirty diapers, and we really try to be thorough about cleaning our hands and, you know, all that, but there's only so much you can do when they're that age and they're exchanging sippy cups and bottles, and like we're doing our best to keep them out of each other's mouths and keep them at the table. But anyway, so I was like, okay, so there is a link. There's a link there. It had to have been something from our class, and I asked one of the kids' moms that is a nurse if he'd been having any trouble, and she said no. So I'm praying that it just stays contained to the teachers, the 2 of us that were in the room, and that all of the other students will be fine. But anyways, it's not been the worst thing in the world. It's like a stomach flu, but there's no fever. Anyways, I'm just jabbering. We're gonna get on to working on some of this stuff and just enjoying the rest of the day. I love where we're at. I love this season. I love this time. I love this feeling, and it's not always easy by any means, and I don't want to over romanticize it and lead you to believe that I don't have hardships, or I don't have hard times, or I don't complain from time to time, or I don't get tired a lot. But all in all, I just want to make it very clear that I'm so appreciative of our many blessings and do not take them lightly. Part of me feels like a lot of this video has been like wrapped up in just not really in the dumps, but not really like peaceful and slow living, which, you know, some of my others have been geared more towards, and that's just how life goes. Like, we don't, as a family unit, we don't typically have like constant peaceful days. We don't typically have like constant chaos. It ebbs and flows, and I feel like that's the reality for most people. I'm constantly striving for more of the slow living style, but I can't like put on a facade and try to tell you that that's how our life always is. Certainly not. So anyways, I'm gonna get to making this ornament garland for you to share in, and yeah, I guess I'll check back in later. I think this is getting to be a pretty long video, so I just need to hush. Okay, so this really ended up looking more like a 12 days of Christmas bucket list than like a, you know, daily activity or whatnot, like I kind of envisioned. So I'm just going to go through each of these 12 very quickly and pop them up on the screen. And then, like I said, I have created something on Canva, and I have the link down in the description box. So if you just want to access that, it should take you straight to the PDF, and then you can just print it out. I laminated mine and then cut it and punched holes and hung it like a garland, and you'll see that in a little bit. But I had planned on just using cardstock and not laminating or anything, but I used what I had. I didn't realize I was out of cardstock. So here we go. The first one These are the orange lace ornaments that I was talking about earlier, so I want to do this early on, cut about 12 slices to use and to hang each day on the tree, so that it's kind of like a countdown in and of itself for the Christmastide season. And then I do plan to change out my Advent wreath with white taper candles to a singular pillar candle to represent Christ throughout the 12 days of Christmas. So we'll just have that probably in the center of our table and burn it each night at dinner. My hope is that Christmas Day will be laid back enough that maybe that afternoon while we're doing quiet time and the baby's napping, we can, I can bake a birthday cake and we can do like the birthday party for Jesus that evening. Like I said before, I really don't know that my girls are quite old enough for this one, but we're so close that I wanted to include it. And this is where you just hide the wise men every night after they go to bed, and then they find them when they wake up the next morning. So I read about St. Stephen's Feast a little bit, and it's essentially based off of the first martyr for the name of Christ, so Stephen. And it basically is on December 26th. Most places, like in Ireland and England, Europe, that whole area, this is like a national holiday for them, from what I was seeing. So the US is the one that doesn't do this, which is whatever. But anyways, they were saying that a lot of the time the meal consists of stew from like the leftover hams or porks or steaks or whatever kind of meat you had for Christmas meals, and it's thrown into a big simmer pot used to make a stew and then served with desserts as well. And I just think that's a really wonderful idea. And of course, baking cookies with star-shaped cookie cutters to represent the Star of Bethlehem. Love that idea. And then watch Christmas movies. Some of these are not at all like overly thoughtful or anything, but they're just fun and festive. So it's not like every single thing has to be packed with intention, I don't guess. Christmas card prayers, I love this one. All the Christmas cards that we received throughout December, we'll put in a basket, and then each morning we'll take one out and pray over the family that sent it to us. Family and friends night. This is kind of like a Friendsgiving, but for us, I feel like that'll probably fall around New Year's Eve. Usually we do some kind of game night or like football watch party, something like that, just spending time with the people we love most, going and seeing Christmas lights. Definitely want to do this before the new year. I think that's when most people around here will have all theirs down, but I'm hoping that we haven't missed most of the good ones. Go on a family hike. The idea for this was that you're hiking like Mary and Joseph went on a hike to Bethlehem for the census, and so you just ask your kids along the way, like, what do you think Mary and Joseph were feeling? Do you think that they had a hard time with this? Do you think it was cold like it is here? And different things like that, just to make it fun and very tangible. And then the Epiphany Eve bonfire is what I was talking about earlier, where I think it's the original intent was to burn your Christmas tree and have everybody over and eat king's cake, but we'll just have a bonfire maybe, and I don't know if people will come over or if we'll just do it by ourselves, but either way, it'll be fun. So like I said, I am still very new to all of the 12 days of Christmas and what they actually are, and what, the different saint days and different traditions that usually go along with them. And so I am by no means an expert in this. I'm simply trying to use this as an opportunity to create intentional traditions for our home. And it's also, I've found it's also kind of hard to find like toddler age appropriate like Christ-centered activities. I don't know if anybody else has had that struggle, but especially things where you don't have to like buy a book or buy a kit or spend money. So hopefully this will be a useful resource to you. I will link the people that I found a lot of these ideas from. I definitely want them to get credit, but you're more than welcome to use my PDF that I created, and it's totally free. So I hope that you enjoy that. I hope that you're having a wonderful Christmas break. This is going live on Christmas Eve, so Merry Christmas to you and your family. I had intended to take off this Sunday from posting, but there's just so much fun stuff happening right now, and one, I want to have it to look back on for my own sake, but two, I just want to take you along, and all of us do this together. So I hope that you found some encouragement in this. I hope that you have a wonderful, restful, peaceful season with your family as it continues through the new year, and I will catch you later. Bye guys.